Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Open Central Asia Regional Interest Community. I am Yerkin Abdurrahim, one of the community leaders. Welcome to the Guest Expert Series webinar. Today's our speaker, Gulnaz Namazova from Turkmenistan. She will be speaking on the topic of evidence-based writing for young learners. Let me introduce our presenter. Gulnaz Namazova is an experienced educator, an Open 2026 alumna, currently serving as an education advisor at the American Corner in Turkmenistan, where she leads intensive college preparatory programs for high school students. With a background in public administration, HR, and accounting, she transitioned into education, driven by her passion for student-centered and innovative teaching. She actively supports fellow teachers through professional development workshops and strongly believes in the power of education to inspire lifelong learning. Welcome, Gulnaz. We are very happy to have you today. Thanks for your contribution to our mutual community. It's over to you.
Hello. Hello, everybody, and Yerkin, thank you for sweet and welcoming introduction. Hello, everyone, again, and thank you so much for all of you taking your time out of your busy day today, especially in summer holidays, and attending to our session on academic writing as evidence-based writing for young learners. As Mr. Yerkin mentioned, I am Gulnaz Namazova, education advisor in an American Corner. And today I'm sitting in front of you as a proud alumna of Open 2026 program alumna. Yes, before we start, I would like to, I want to share some, a quick, let's say, quick confession with you. In my previous role as a classroom language teacher, while reviewing my students' paperwork, writing papers, I always focused on grammar errors, language mistakes, and spelling mistakes. And then currently, as an advisor, I am spending massive amount of time on reviewing and revising, giving feedback, providing feedback for college preparation students on paragraphs and opinion essays. So here that was a shifting moment for me on academic writing. I realized that actually writing is not something like grammar correction. It is actually it is thinking. So after that, I found myself open program, teaching academic writing for young learners. And yes, that's why I'm here today to share my knowledge that I gained from that course. Yes, thank you so much again. My apologies, I'm a little bit nervous today.
Yes, it's okay. Don't worry, you can make it. Yes,
somebody wants to join.
You are a co-host, Gulnaz. You are a co-host, so you can share your screen. While Gulnaz is sharing her screen, let me make some short announcements. The session is being recorded, so if you don't want to be in the recording, to be seen in the recording, you can have your camera off, or you cannot comment if you don't want, dear participants. And the session will provide the certificate of attendance. The link to apply for it will be shared at the end of the session, and it will be available for 30 minutes after the session ends. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is my screen visible?
Not yet. Not yet.
I have shared.
Yeah, it's being uploaded right now. Take your time. It's okay.
Yes, before we start our topic today, I would like to make our session today as learner-centered. So please open up your chat. And I would love to hear your voices. If you are comfortable with, please unmute yourself. And if my screen is visible, I would like to share to show. Is it visible?
Not yet. Not yet.
You?
Now it's being uploaded.
It is
Now, yes,
visible now.
it's coming.
Okay.
Yeah. Now we
As
can
you can
see.
see on the
You can,
yes, on the screen, I would love to hear to know about a little more about you. Who are you following this structure, sentence structure? My name is, and I am a teacher because. Please leave your answer in a chat or unmute yourself. We would love to hear it. As an example, I can start. My name is Gulnaza, and I am a teacher because I myself personally love learning, and being surrounded with my young students is something what makes me, what pushes me harder to learn and keeps me alive and energetic. Yes,
great.
your turn, dear participants.
Can I speak?
Okay.
Yeah, dear
Yes, go on,
participants,
please.
you can chat right in the chat box, or you can raise your virtual hand and speak.
My name is Alima and I am a teacher because I like teaching and learning new things and sharing with new ideas with colleagues.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing. Any
Thank you
other?
so much. Yeah, let me try. My name is Yerkin. I am a teacher because maybe it runs in my family, because my parents are teachers. My brother is a teacher. My aunts, my uncles are teachers. My wife is a teacher.
Yeah,
my brother's wife is a teacher. Everyone in the
that's
family are teachers.
thank you so much for sharing. That's really fair reason, actually.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rosetta Bagwandin. I'm from Guyana. I am an English language educator and an academic writer. Thank you.
Yeah, great.
Thank you so
Rosetta.
much. Hi,
Thank you so
Rosetta.
much.
Hello, Gulnaz. Welcome, my love.
We have the responses in the chat. Ifat Jahan Suchona says, my name is Ifat. I am a teacher because some of my role models were and are teachers. Great. Nafisa Murzalieva says, I love sharing ideas and working with children. Maral Bigimbaeva says, I am a teacher because I like teaching people. Great. These are great responses. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing your responses. Yes, let's move on. Another challenge for today. Let's start. So the thing is, what is when we ask our students like to write sound, their writing sound more academically or formally, usually they don't have that answer. They don't know what to do, right? So today I want to start testing with ourselves first. Which one? This is little activity. Look at your screen. As you can see, we have two examples. He bought a couple of things versus he purchased several notebooks. So following these steps, please provide your idea. Which one do you think sounds more formal or academic? Please leave your answer in a chat or speak up. Following with the quick, short reason. Why do you think so? He bought a couple of things. Number two, he purchased several notebooks.
Yeah, thank you
Which
so
one
much.
do you think?
Yes, please, dear participants. You can choose which one do you think is more academic. So you can write in the chat box or you can speak. We have already responses here in the chat. Rosetta says
Maybe the second one is academic. Is more academic.
She's introducing herself.
Sentence.
Great, Rosetta, you are welcome. Merjan, you are having trouble.
Why do you
on your
think
side?
so? Why?
Yeah.
Purchased.
I think the second is more
it means
academic. Maral
this
says the second is more academic. Rosetta also says the second one is also academic.
Great answers. Yes. Why it is the second one? Exactly. I have a trouble to move
Can I
on.
speak?
Yes, go on.
Purchased, it's more academic word, verb, I mean,
Yes,
because
exactly.
it is used more in academic writing than in spoken English.
daily.
We
Yes,
usually
it's
use the verb bought usually in our daily life. But the verb purchase, it's rarely used, you know? That's why
Yeah,
it might be more academic one.
yes, exactly. Thank you so much,
Yeah, absolutely.
dear colleague. So, as a lot of you mentioned, number two, example number two sounds more academic. Why? Because it uses more formal language rather than using both. Instead, it uses purchase it and several notebooks instead of like vague things, right? A couple of things. When reader reads these first sentences, reader have no idea what are we bought, right? So, but in second sentence, it is specific. So this is the first major thing that we should start teaching our kids, our young learners, that academic sentences are more specific rather than vague, rather than unknown, using unknown words, more specific and precise vocabulary. Okay, let's move on. We have slight longer examples too. Next. These are short paragraphs. Please read these paragraphs. Both of them are focused on cell phones in the classroom. It seems like they are, and despite like focusing on the same topic, they do it very differently. The language is different. So let's have a look and write your comment, please. Which one sounds
Thank you
more
so much.
academic?
Yes,
first-
dear participants,
the
please
first
read
text
these two
is more academic.
different statements, examples, and choose your option. Which one is more academic writing?
I think the
see.
first text is more academic because here we can see connective words like according, then so, what else?
Yes.
It seems like more academic, you know. The second one is more simple, it's usual. My friend, I like.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much for sharing. Anybody else in the chat? I see Otabek Maral says number one, more academic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We have some responses in the chat box as well. Rosetta says number one. Ifat also says example number one. Example number one. Yeah, everybody says example number one is more academic writing.
Okay. Yes, dear colleagues, as you already mentioned, number one uses why it is more sound specific, because it uses another research study to make their claim idea specific. And the vocabulary, usage of the vocabulary is the more advanced and the formal. The second example is actually it might not be formal, but it is a personal story. So this is really great example for creative writing. But formal writing, academic writing, we need to teach our students that they need to provide, if they have any idea, any claim, they need to use sources, other sources, provide specific examples. Yes. Here, our claim is in the sentence, cell phone use should not be allowed in the classroom. And the author supported his idea by using study by Smith. Students that use cell phones in class are more easily distracted than those who do not. So, as you can see, here we have evidence and a claim. Okay, this is the next thing that we need to take care of while teaching academic writing. Okay, then if after coming, we are coming to what is academic writing, teaching academic writing actually. Yes, and what is our role as a teacher academic writing? So it doesn't matter whether we are teaching daily writing, reflective writing, or academic one, formal writing, we should make our classroom learner-centered. So as a teacher, we shouldn't stand in front of the classroom and lecturing the structure, but involving our students and making our sessions interactive with different kind of activities. And our role in here, while teaching academic writing, our role is to guide our students while they are creating their ideas. Okay, it is from my perspective, it is, I think, really important to show this comparison to our students first to make them to have an idea what is academic and daily writing. As you can see on the table, everyday writing is sharing feelings, focuses on casual feelings and the news. On the other hand, academic writing is informing and persuading with using the facts, specific facts, right? Vocabulary usage also moving from our students writing from slang, chatty vocabulary to precise, technical, and formal. Okay, there is in everyday writing, daily writing, there is no structure, but on the other hand, in academic writing is highly structured, starting with introduction, body, and the conclusion. As you may already know, we have to follow when we write anything academic, even when we write emails, we should follow the structure, right? Starting with greetings and the body and then closing part. So, and the vocabulary should be precise and formal. So another thing is in academic writing, the story changes, focusing on I to focuses on the data or topic that we are discussing about. And from I heard that we go to resourcing using resource as stated in the book. For beginner level students, for young learners, it would be, as stated, their source would be their classwork, class books, the tests in their class books. It is really good method. After all, after reading texts, we can add another writing activity there. For example, let's summarize this text. Or what did you understand? What is the main idea of this text? And what are the reasons you think so? So students will write, I think, blah, blah, and as stated in the book. So they will learn this structure. Okay, how are we gonna do that? Here we come, this really powerful structure. As you can see, academic writing as thinking. As I mentioned earlier, when I was a teacher, I wasn't also ready to teach writing because I was focusing on the grammar errors, right? But actually it is thinking. When they apply anywhere, for example, I know in my case, college students, the college preparatory students are, for them, it is important to make a story, to create. So there I learned it is important to empowering their thinking while teaching academic writing. So here we have colorful structure. As you can see, this is really good scaffolding method. Academic writing as a thinking. First, students write claim sentences. What is claim sentences? It is about big idea about something. For example, if we ask our students, right, what is smartphone? What they will gonna say? They will say, yes, teacher, it's something really cool, right? It's cool thing. The first thing they will say. But is that specific? So we should we should guide them by the right questions. So what do you think about this phone? Right? So then my answer would be, this smartphone is really fast tool. So this is my big idea, my claim. And after that, right after it, claim should follow reasoning. What is my reason? Why it is fast? Why do I think so? Why? Because it has an internet and it has a camera that I can take photo of my homeworks, right? So this is my reason. What's my proof? Proof would be our real life example. So what is my example? While doing my homework, student might say, while doing my homework, I can use internet to learn like difficult vocabulary, new vocabulary, or any topic. So is it fast? Yes, it is. Do I have a reason? Yes, I have, and I use it. Example, real life example. Here, student has a structure, as you can see. Why this structure scaffolding is important? Because when students, when we give topic for our students, doesn't matter what topic is that, they always think about how to begin. They don't know how to start, right? Because they don't know the structure. If we provide this structure with the scaffolding sentences, it makes them easier to navigate, to write their ideas. They will focus on not that structure, but their ideas. They will create better ideas. So what is it? First, claim, our big idea about something, and then reason. Why do we think so? And then evidence. So as you can see on your screen, here is, look at the evolution of the sentences. Most probably our students also will say about school, yes, teacher, school is fun, right? Do we have same experience? Or will they say something specific with the reasoning? Anybody who can talk, who can volunteer? Do you also
Yes,
have
please.
students
Yeah.
who are struggling with writing?
Yeah, dear participants, you can share your experience today. Yeah, please.
Yes, we will move on later. We can ask if they have. Okay, as you can see, number one, school is fun. Is there a thinking? It's like kind of feeling. I feel like school is fun. So for making it more formal, we need to add like thinking, something specific, and reason and examples. Number two, school is fun because I like it. There is a reason, kind of, but it is limited. So number three, school is fun because it's interesting. Yeah, I have a reason. It's interesting, but we can say for everything that it's interesting. It is something generic. Yes, school is fun because students can learn new things. This is very much specific, clear reason, right? But when students add example of himself or herself, it would be more perfect. For example, in science class, they can do experiments. So is it specific? Yes, it is, right? So I think some two people wants to join, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Here, from first, look at the difference of first sentence and the last one. In last sentence, there is clear reason, real example, and it is most importantly, it's easy to understand for the reader. Okay.
Yeah, Matthew Bahan says most students use simple and short sentence to express their ideas. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Matluba. Thank you for sharing.
So what,
Exactly.
so what,
I do
what is
agree.
what is the reason for it? Is it because of the lack of
Lack of
vocabulary? Yes.
Yes, lack of vocabulary, lack of structure. It is because of actually it's because of lack of reading,
Yeah.
less reading. If we read, if we encourage our students to read a lot of text and I don't know, memorizing, summarizing this text, if we use all the text that they have given, it would be perfect model for them to write their paper. So because while reading, students will have a chance to see range vocabulary, different type of vocabulary, right? Formal vocabulary, and then the structure of the sentences. Okay, let's move on. So we have covered the structure, right? Scaffolding. So I would like to hear from you. We have really great topic. I assume, I believe you all love coffee, right? As teachers, it's, I think, our part of life. Yes, our claim is here. Coffee is the best drink. I think coffee is the best drink, dear colleagues. What do you think? Who can make evidence to my claim? How do you know? Coffee is the best drink. Who can come up with the
Yeah.
evidence, reason? Why do we think it's the best drink?
Great. We have a one response from our previous claim about school. The school is the name is not written. Samsung. School is somehow more interesting because there are different events, things, subjects, situations where students can take an active participation. Thank you so much, Samsung.
Yes, there is specific
And
example,
we
which
have
is formal.
related to your coffee. Parvina says because it gives energy. Coffee is the best drink because it gives energy.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you, Parvina.
Exactly, it gives energy while teaching our kids, while we feel
Yeah.
sleepy, right, before the lesson.
Nafisa Murzalieva says, when you feel exhausted, it can help to be more energetic. Absolutely. Maral says, coffee is the best drink because it helps you wake up. Matluba Khan says, coffee is the best drink because it gives me energy in the morning. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I totally agree, dear teachers. So if our evidence is reason is why coffee is the best drink, it keeps us energized, right? So what would be our real example? How it keeps us energetic? How can we prove that?
Some other uh, responses, coffee is the best drink because it improves concentration. For example, I just had a sip and now I can focus on this webinar. Great example, Ifat.
Wow, great example.
It lifts your mood. Nafisa adds, it lifts your mood. Rosetta says, responses to your question to why? Because it has caffeine. Absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you so much, dear colleagues. Yes, exactly. Here is my own. I have trouble. I don't know why. Here is my own example. Yes, you all agreed already. Yes, it keeps me alert during the lesson. I have also same reason. My example is my afternoon lessons are much more organized and structured when I drink a hot of coffee right after lunch. So as you can see, we followed this structure. So did we think about the structure? No, we just write our idea here. So if we follow this structure, it is easy to to follow, to navigate while crafting their writings for our students. Okay, so here it is important to shift the mindset from traditional teaching to modern teaching. How we can do that? Most teachers believe, I also believe, that writing is correcting sentences. Writing is vocabulary and the grammar. Actually, it is not. Writing is ideas, logic, and structure. So claim, reason, example, structure, really helpful. here to make our writing structured. So you might also have students who has really good, good vocabulary knowledge and grammar knowledge, but they cannot write really good papers, right? Really good writing paragraphs. Here are some samples I added. Please have a look. If you have anything to add, I would love to hear, or did you have this kind of experience? So here, a student's opinion and the feedback from old mindset teacher and the shifted mindset teacher. So can we look at the first one? Who can read for me? I would love to listen your voice.
May I read?
Please, Alima, please.
The first sentence, yes?
Yes, I
like football because it is a sport. The second one also, only this one.
No, here we have a statement. Student write, I like a football because it's a sport. Look at what teacher says. Remember
to capitalize football and put a period at the end of your sentence.
So, what do you think?
Criticizing, yes?
Yeah, this teacher is focusing on what? On the grammar, spelling errors, right?
Football is capitalized with the capital letter it is written, and the sentence is more concentrated, is focused on football, like as a sport, you know. And he says football, put a period at the end of your sentence. So football is at the beginning of the sentence. It is written, is said by the teacher. He focuses on more football. But on the first sentence, I like football because it is a sport. The student is speaking about why he or she likes football, the reason of her preference, why she likes. Because it is a sport.
Specific? What do you think, Alima? Is reason specific? Because it is a sport.
She is speaking about general things. She likes football because it is a sport. It's a general thing.
Yes, thank you. Exactly. It is something generic. We already know it's general knowledge. Football is kind of sport, right? So look at the shifted mindset teacher says.
Sorry, but it's not specific.
Yes, it is not specific. So what we can do as shifted mindset teacher, what we can do?
Yeah, we have also responses in the chat box. If I said the old one mindset, she means, I think, looks like severe criticism. But the shifted one looks like feedback, more like constructive feedback.
Yes, which one is helpful for the student to improve his idea? The second one, right?
Yeah, of course, shifted mindset.
Yes, second one.
Why? Why?
And
because
more supportive one for students.
And it is more detailed. It tells what to do, like like an instruction.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. It says, can you tell me why you like it? Because the problem is in first sentence, there is no why. There is no reasoning. So teacher addresses to that problem. Exactly. Can you tell me why you like it? And after that, right after, give me an example of what happens when you play. So it pushes student to provide real life example, right? These suggestions.
Yeah, and like thinking creatively.
Okay, so can you please read third and fourth examples also? There is really good hint, so you can understand this topic. And if you have anything to add, please let us know.
The third, do you mean?
Third and the fourth, the topic are similar.
Yeah, I think that dogs are the most beautiful, wonderful, and very best pets in the whole world because they're so nice and they make everyone happy all day. And
Yes,
the teacher gives A+ grade.
the old mindset teacher. Why, do you think it's A grade writing? Would you give A grade?
For school students, I would also give A students because, like, this, there are several sentences.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. And look at this. Another teacher says, this is beautifully written, but now you need to give me a real reason and example because there is no real reason. But
Yeah,
if you
yes.
read the force, it is something different. You might find grammar errors, spelling errors there.
Yeah. Dog is good pet because it protects house. For example, my dog Rex bark loud when stranger come near door. Like dog is a good pet. Like article is missing here, and it protects house. Like present indefinite is not used correctly.
Yes,
But
I
it's
agree with you.
more creative and like
Yes,
reasonable.
and it gives like the reasons, clear reasons.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly. If I were like old Gulnaz would give like something C, I don't know, D too, right? But now I think we should encourage. There is the great reason dog is good pet because it protects house. Wow, there is really good idea actually. But student needs, we need to focus on like make some changes on grammar mistakes. So it would be perfect writing rather than the example above. So as you can see here, your brain built a perfect argument. Now let's just polish these verbs to make it look professional. So here again, these three in third and fourth examples, it is, I think, as a teacher, really difficult to make them develop idea than just correcting grammar, right? Especially right now, we are living in AI era, so it is really easy to, in seconds, we can check our grammar errors. Students themselves can check grammar errors, but they cannot come up with good idea. So it would be great if we focus on the idea rather than grammar. That's why today's concept is writing as a thinking. So let's move on to the next one. I tried to explain how we can adapt this for very young age learners if you have one. Of course, academic writing is not for kids long essays. We cannot demand from them like writing long essays or paragraphs, well-structured paragraphs, but we can adapt at their age and the level. How we can do that? Starting age 7 to 9, we can show them how to write sentence and one reason, just with reason. And then following 10 to 12, we can ask them to write short paragraphs providing the structure with the evidence using another text. And from age 13 to 15, we can start with structured paragraph, introduction, body, and the conclusion sentence with transitional words. First of all, using for example, for instance, in conclusion, right? Or mini essays. So here again, it's up to you, dear colleagues. If you would like to adapt, it's not impossible. It is doable, I guess, as I tried to explain here. And I would love to hear again from you. We have several examples, as you can see. Please start with the first one. Which levels this sentence fits best? For which levels or age?
Yeah, thank you, Gulnaz. Yes, please, dear participants, you can write the number in the chat box, or you can say it by voice.
We have a lot of comments in the chat.
Yeah, I guess the first is for like older, like how to say, more profound students, like 13, 15 years old, the first sentence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
If we
Yeah,
if
Mara,
we say level, what you can say, Parvina? If we say level, specific level, elementary,
Okay, I
intermediate.
think it is for like intermediate or even upper intermediate.
Yeah, we can say pre-intermediate or intermediate, right? Because there is a range, different concept and different sentences, right? Complicated sentences. There is, for example,
yeah, we
okay,
have
all
also
right.
comments in the chat box. Maral says the first one is for the 13, 15 years old students. It's the level is A2. Alima says pre-intermediate level, 16, 18 years old students. Matlubakhon says the second, fourth, and fifth sentences are for children age 7 and 9. Manisha Rahmatova says A2 level.
Yes, thank you so much, dear colleagues. What about example 4? Yes, I also agree. Number 2 and the 5 is for beginner levels, right? What about number 4?
Number 4, one teacher here said as it is for age 7 and 9. It's Matluba Khan. Maral says the second one is A1, age 7 and 10. Nigara Salimova says second sentence for A2. B1, Maral, the first sentence, B1 level, 13, 15 years old students. Alima says pre-intermediate level, 14, 17 years students.
Yes, pre-intermediate level pretty much can do this, can develop these sentences because there is important. Students remember numbers. There is no like complicated vocabulary. So as you can see, all of them have, for example, number 4, homework is important because it helps students practice what they learn. For example, math homework helps students remember numbers. So which is claim in this sentence? Who can say it? Which is claim? Following our structure, scaffolding structure, which is claim?
For me,
Homework is
the second and the fifth.
Yes.
Without a reason, yes. And example,
Exactly.
without example.
Without examples. That's why it is appropriate for very young age learners, 7 to 9, right? Number 4, if we look at the number 4, homework is important, is our claim, is our idea. Because, starting with because, it helps students practice what they learn is our reason.
Reason,
And
yes.
then,
And
yes,
example.
Example is the students' real life example, which makes this, as you can see, this example follows our structure very well. Okay, let's move on. So how we can help to create our students' thinking. Here is step by step the questioning. Like if we adapt it to integrated these questions to our classroom, it would be great to help them to encourage them to create their ideas themselves. So when you see this, what is your idea? Actually, our goal is asking this question that we are trying to make our students to make an idea, claim. Our first claim, right? Blue one. And then the second one, why do you think so? I like cats over dogs. So why do you think so? students might not add the reason, so they need to add reason. If it's so generic, we can ask, can you give me an example to that? Why do you like? Why they are, for example, it is feeding cats are easier than dogs. So we can ask, can you give me an example? Or what does this show? Where do you know? So they can use, in explanation part, they can use other sources. Where do you know? So this is great questions that you can use. And on the other hand, what I did, I always encourage my students, good job. Yes, go on, keep writing. That's it. As you can see, it's really general. This compliment never helps to my student because he doesn't know what to do further, right? To continue. Another one wrong. That's it. What's wrong, teacher? They might ask, but they're not asking usually. It blocks thinking. And write more, we usually do. Yeah, please write more. It's really short. Add more 5 sentences. So which is not specific guidance. What we can do, we could try to replace our questioning with these specific questions. This is clear, but you need an example rather than telling just good job. Or your idea is good, but the reasoning is weak, rather than telling wrong. You are close, add one more detail, write more, not just write more, but you are really close. Please, could you add one more detail so student knows what he should do, he needs to do, right? So here again, I would like to highlight as teachers, we should give more praise than correction. Yes, good job. Let's try to this one, another one, or improve your idea. Yeah. Now let's use this structure. We all know what is exit ticket, right? Before 5 minutes ahead, we use exit ticket. We can do on paper. Here, I would like to try verbal one. Please speak up, dear teachers, using this scaffolding structure. You can use the same framework, in my opinion. I think this because, for instance, or for example, we have 2 questions. Please choose one of them. And using this structure, I would love to hear your reflection on today's session.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, Gulnaz. These questions are great for the reflection. Yes, please, dear participants, you can write in the chat box, or you can raise your virtual hand to speak.
Yes, again, I'm highlighting, please use these frameworks in order to make it as a habit. So additionally, you can add, you can put it, hang it on your classroom wall or board. Every day students can see this structure. So follow while writing exercise, when they have writing exercise. In my opinion, I think this is, for example, our questions are, what will you change in your teaching tomorrow? Or let's say starting September.
Yeah.
Or if we have teachers who are working language centers, you might have lessons near, right? Second one, what kind of activities might support teaching evidence-based writing to young learners?
Okay, so unfortunately our classes are over, but from the next year, I'm going to use your tips for writing, for developing students' writing skills, because they seem very, how to say, understandable. And what kind of activities? Yes, I would use also the claims and ask them to give their reasons with examples. Actually, we have also conducted these kind of activities, but because of shortage of time, we cannot devote a lot of our time for this kind of writing exercises. We mostly have to discuss the text, deal with the vocabulary, and the time is not enough. But I think the activities you suggested and the explanation you have given are so clear and very easy for all level of students. Thank you very much for a perfect presentation.
Thank you so much, Parvina, for being active and your reflection. Very sweet.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. We have some comments. I would say one comment and some questions for you then. In my opinion,
Somebody, I'm sorry, somebody raised his hand.
Yeah.
No.
In my opinion, I will try to make students writing more than reading to improve their writing skills. Thank you, Alima. Yes, please. You can speak.
Who raised it? Somebody was raising. Naima, right? Somebody. If I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
you are welcome. Those who raise it, you are welcome to speak.
Hello, dear presenters. I would like to try to answer these questions using verbal exit ticket.
Yes, please.
So,
Thank you.
in my opinion, I will try to change giving feedback to my students' work if it is written work. If I check their writings, I can write some constructive comments.
Yes.
The reason is if I do like that, they can know how to improve their skills. I mean, how to correct themselves, their mistakes. For example, if there is a grammar mistake, I can just underline the word and say the write like time expression, maybe. For example, pay attention to the time, or if it's preposition, I can circle this preposition, just pointing the word, which word is a keyword in order to choose the right preposition. In that way, I can be helpful for them to think by themselves, to correct their mistakes and try to improve their level in all 4 skills. Like that.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much, Nazima. As I can see from your reflection, you nailed it.
Thank you for your ideas. I like this. I like this idea, and I am eager to try to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Nazima. Yeah, we have some comments in the chat box. For example, in my opinion, Alima says, in my opinion, I will try to make students, I have already written it. Writing, again, Alima says, writing more essays dialect will make my students to motivate writing more, moreover, improve their grammar mistakes, punctuation, and spelling. Matluba Khan says, to help them to find out the answers to word why. Parvina says, in my opinion, you have provided an excellent scaffolding for a writing exercise. Thank you. Maral says, in my opinion, using brainstorming to generate ideas is very helpful. I think this is because students struggle with sharing ideas and opinions. For example, there are some situations when students don't have experience to express. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for your comments, for your responses. We really like your comments. We really appreciate it. Over to you, Gulnaz.
Thank you so much. here to conclude, I would like to conclude with this sentence: don't grade the grammar yet, grade the logic. Please, dear teachers, if a 9-year-old says apple good because it has juice, they have successfully performed academic thinking, even though there is article is missing or spelling errors. We can focus later on after developing the idea to the grammar errors, right? From now on, we are just building the evidence-based mindset. So the final tip would be, please encourage our students with your formative feedback to write, to create their big ideas on any kind of topic. And the thing is, make it habit, this structure, using this structure. If we make it habitual, it would be like really easy for them to create their ideas, create their, let's say after high school, to create their personal narrative stories, personal statements for college essays, college applications.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, I would love to answer.
Yes. We have some questions here for you, Gulnaz. Thank you so much, Gulnaz, for this great and very impressive presentation. We have a question from Rosetta. The first question, my question to you, dear Gulnaz, given the fact that academic writing is a scholarly course, more so tertiary level, what would be the safest structure to use for teaching academic writing in the secondary or primary level of schoolings? Yeah,
Yes.
that's kind of true. That's true. The academic is mostly for the scholarly and for the tertiary, for the university, or maybe for the higher level students. So what would be the safest structure to use for teaching academic writing in secondary level or primary level?
Yeah. Thank you so much. It's really great question to answer, dear Rosetta. I feel you. We all teachers feel you. Yes, we have difficulties. How we can do that? This was for, actually, I tried to adapt for kids department while preparing this presentation. And the most easy way to do is that following that structure. They will first, secondary level or starter level students might not be able to write, in my opinion, but I think they can write, I think apple is good, then, I don't know, banana. So, and then why? So we should encourage them to ask with the right questions, right? And using this structure, adapting this scaffolding format for your classroom. First of all, not in my opinion, I think, but not because, yes, they might skip for starter level because sentences or other difficult grammar. Second would be making them to read a lot of texts, do reading outside of the classroom, because we all know we have classroom with over 40 students, right? So it is really difficult to find time for individually for all students. So encouraging them to make reading, even though little stories, I don't know, printing out little stories makes them at home, makes them like to learn a lot of vocabulary and the structure easily. So usually lack of vocabulary is the problem, right? And then using creative activity for writing activities. It could be think, pair, share. Students will sit and share their ideas and exchange ideas. For example, first student will say opinion, another will say reason, and another will come up with the example at the same time, which means they are training their cognitive skills, right? Creative thinking skills with this activity. Or debating would be corners would be, for example, I like cat. Who likes cat? Go to the corner. And why do you like that cat? So these kind of movable interactive activities would be really good for our students. Or you can provide one text and student will sit and find one idea. Please find what is it about this text. Student will say, yes, it's about cats. Or it's about smartphones, right? What's the problem? Why do you think so? What's the reason? yes, these kind of activities really helpful, effective for our students to enhance their writing skills.
Thank you
I
for
hope
your
I could
response.
answer your question.
Thank you. One more question, this time from Ifat Jahan. Suchona, amazing. My question is, what kind of classroom environment encourages children to justify or present their ideas confidently?
Yes.
What kind
Thank
of
you so
classroom
much.
environment?
Thank you so much for your question. Actually, it's really good. We always, I love when I was a teacher, I loved changing the sitting arrangements. Changing, for example, you can make islands, so students will sit in groups and 3 or 4 groups, or I don't know, looking at each other. They can sit. Right, so changing everyday sitting arrangements also like makes them like makes them creative, or sharing their ideas in the group would be a good idea to come up with great idea. Or there is another activity, if maybe you teachers know about it, circle and inner circle and outer circle. So students will stand, they have ideas. I love a cat. Phones are good. Playing phones are better than reading books, for example. And who are standing outer cycle have to give a reason about that claim. So when they are moving around, they will have a chance to listen a lot of reasons, which makes them to think, and which makes their enhance their thinking. To listening, to being aware of a lot of ideas.
Okay, thank you so much, Gulnaz. Okay, we have one more question. Let me read. How can we use more academic writing with the help of AI? Alima from Alima Idralieva.
How can we use more academic writing with the help of AI while teaching?
Yes. Yes.
There are a lot of especially nowadays, it's a really good question. For teachers, if you search, if you Google it, there are a lot of AI tools. Like maybe Brisk Teaching, there is Brisk Teaching, Gamma, and the other tools. If we put right prompt, it is really good for providing feedback and come up with the different topics for appropriate levels. Thinking their level, for example, and coming up with the different kind of activities, it might be good. What I am using is sometimes I use Brisk Teaching, but still AI doesn't give really creative something. We are always better. So we should adapt, somehow modify those activities to our classroom to make it effective,
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the responses, for your answers to these questions. Thank you everyone for these questions. Thank you so much, Gulnaz, for this great presentation. You have such a great courage to shift to transition from your different field, HR and accounting, bookkeeping, and with you worked with the numbers and transition it into teaching. A person should have such a great courage, and we really appreciate that you love teaching, and you have chosen the teaching. So you have made a great presentation today, and we see you are doing great job in teaching the writing skills to young learners, to your students. And thank you so much. We really appreciate. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, dear colleagues. Dear colleagues, thank you so much for this incredible participation. I was really worried about how we can do this interactive. Thank you so much for each of you for your comments and the participation. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for the great discussion in the chat box, for your active participation. Gulnaz will also speak in December. She's going to have the second workshop with us. So we will see Gulnaz again in December. So yes, for now, you can stay with us, Gulnaz. We will reach out to you shortly to hand out your certificate of appreciation. You can stay with us. I'm going to make some announcement of our upcoming webinars.
Yes.
Our next webinar is in the Open Globe Insight series. Our speaker is Khadir Fikri from Egypt. She will be speaking on the topic of enhancing teaching practices throughout personalized learning by adapting AI platforms. The event is going to be on June 5th, 5 p.m. Tashkent time. Next event is in the Voices of Leadership segment. Our speaker is Mongia Elabet from Tunisia. She will be speaking on the topic of motivation in the ESP classroom. The event is going to be on June 9th, 5 p.m. Tashkent time. On the same day, we are going to have the second webinar. This is the Cascade Learning Series webinar. Our presenter, cascading presenter, Tahmina Saliva, she will be speaking, cascading the learning gained from the AI Live 24.5 webinar, integrating culture through clip chart and picture talk. The event is going to be, as I said, on June 9th, 7 p.m. Tashkent time. The time is different, but the same date. Our next webinar is in the special webinar segment. Our speaker is Gulbahor Umarbekova from Kazakhstan. She will be speaking on the topic of cascading new knowledge through multiple perspectives. The event is going to be on June 12th, 5 p.m. Tashkent time. Our next webinar is in the Celebrating America 250. The speaker is Dr. Nurlana Imanova from Azerbaijan. She will be speaking on the topic of a continent within a country. The event is going to be on June 16th, 5 p.m. Tashkent time. Our viewing party, the last webinar of the series 24, the 24.6, the viewing party, and we are on the topic of not just role plays, drama and summer camp games for language teachers. The viewing party is going to be on June 17th, 8 a.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Tashkent time. Our next webinar is in the Alumni Connect series. Our speaker is Farzona Khavasova from Uzbekistan. She will be speaking on the topic of differentiated instruction in mixed ability classrooms. The event is going to be on June 19th, 5 p.m. Tashkent time. We are also accepting the responses of video tips on this topic. You know it. Our June topic is differentiated instruction in mixed ability classrooms. So if you have any tips, strategies, methods on this topic, you can record yourself. You can create your video tip and apply by the link we have shared on Facebook page, on Instagram. Our next webinar is in the Celebrating America 250, the second webinar on this series. Our speaker is Rosetta Bhagwandin from Guyana, one of our global coordinators. She will be speaking on the topic of the 3 pillars of liberty and diplomacy, 1776-2026. The event is going to be on June 22nd, 6 p.m. Tashkent time. And our next webinar and the last webinar in June, in the Voices of Leadership series, this time from Dr. Nurlana Imanova from Azerbaijan. She will be speaking on the topic of leadership that promotes professional growth and builds ELT communities. The event is going to be on June 26, 5 p.m. Tashkent time. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Please follow us, be a part of our growing community. You can see the QR codes of our pages, Facebook page, YouTube channel, Instagram page. We have recently launched our LinkedIn page. For now, we have not shared it yet, but we will share it on our upcoming webinars. So you can also follow us on LinkedIn if you have the account on that platform. Please follow us. Thank you so much, everybody. It was a great pleasure to be with you today. Thank you so much once again, Gulnaz Namazova from Turkmenistan, for your willingness to speak for our community, for our mutual community. As you know, Gulnaz also an open alumna. Thank you so much, everybody, for attending us. We'll see you on June 5th on our Open Globe Insight series webinar with Khadir Fikri from Egypt. Thank you, everybody. See you. Bye.
Thank you. See you.